Hello water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces for the month of March. I want to start off first by saying that I was doing my shorts for the water signs, and I generally aim them for young people, but I got through I connected to somebody. I got a frequency through that I have had for a number of days now, and it's been quite a frightening sort of frequency. I'm getting a person who is in a situation that is quite terrified, actually, and as I was doing the water sign shorts, that same feeling came through again. Now, I haven't got anything in my life. I know it's not coming from me. I know it's not coming from anybody that I know, and I just felt that I've just got to interrupt doing the shorts and just do a reading on you guys straight away, because I didn't want to. I wanted to keep the cards here so that you could actually see what I got. So from my guide, I got, well, as I was meditating, I always meditate first, and I got, I don't know how you say it now, Desiree, but as I was shuffling from, these are my guide cards, and as I was shuffling them, I got water, lots of water, huge ocean, but instead of it feeling freeing, it was actually feeling lost, overwhelmed, and I got this really overwhelmed with the situation that somebody's in. So this is going to be quite a personal, there might be a personal reading here for somebody, but I'm going to do all the other three signs anyway. And as I pulled up the joy and delight, it just felt very jarring. And I'll read out what I actually did for the water signs. You're being asked to wait. The time's not right yet. Take the time to find the joy where you can. It's a time to reflect, persevere, and have courage. There is an end in sight, and perseverance will bring you to the place you want to be. Now, that's me writing it out in a really nice way, trying not to say anything that is too terrifying, which is why I say to you, I aim the shorts for kind of the young at heart. But I want to talk to have an adult conversation and just say that when I got the joy and delight, I thought, this doesn't feel like this person can actually have joy and delight at the moment. And I feel like there's some abusive situation going on, possibly. But there's a definite feeling of being overwhelmed. And I feel that the joy and delight is going to come later, and is going to come soon. The conditions aren't favourable right now, and you're being asked to wait. But ask the angels, ask your guide, whatever it is that you lean on for support, to help and guide you and comfort you right now. It didn't surprise me then when I got the 7 of Fire, and this is about using this time to reflect, but persevere as well and have courage. But there is an end in sight. And when I got the 9 of Cups, again, I really did get through that your perseverance, and just stay the course, and it will bring you to the place you want to be. And all I can say is that if you're in a situation where you are genuinely feeling overwhelmed and feeling terrified, actually. Don't do it in silence. Ring somebody, contact anybody, contact everyone if you want, and speak the story that you need to say, and start making plans. Start making plans to move to the next situation, to move to the next chapter of your life. Okay. And as I was talking to you about this, I saw like a knife coming down here and sawing these two in half, because this is where you feel at the moment, but this is where you're going to be in the future. And this is a man who's manifested his own contentment, manifested his own reality, and there will be a fruition. There will be a time of not reprieve, but of being free. Okay, so that is for someone. Sorry, it's quite heavy going straight in, but I just had this real feeling that somebody might look at this, come across this, and need to hear that. And I've said it now, so I've done my bit. Now, with general readings, you can't possibly be speaking to all the people in the world who happen to be water signs. It's completely impossible. And to a certain degree, you know, I don't like doing generals. I'll be honest with you, I don't. But because of that, I like doing one-to-ones. But I'm reminded to say to you, I'm not taking that, but I'll take notice of it, King of Pentacles. But I'm very aware that there are things that you can come across in here, just like an advert, just a conversation overheard in a cafe, and they can change your life, or your guide can use those distractions or things that come across your path to talk to you. And this is why being aware and being calm and reflective puts you in that lunar space, you know, the Harry Potter Luna, to be able to be open to what your guide needs you to hear at that precise moment. So we're going to go, I'm only going to do, I've been thinking about it, because, you know, with my Gemini and my Taurus in me, I have to keep it different. We'll do Cancer first, and let's look at love relationships first, 2 cards. Then we're going to do general, and then we're going to do finances. Okay, Cancer. So this is the present. Is that in? I'll put that there. This is the present. This is finances. Here is the advice you're to be given. Okay, so at the present time, you have got a new cycle, Cancers, and this is the king who stands speaking his truth, facing up to reality. It's about the mind, and the mind and speech. King of Swords is a great place to be. When we think about the king as a general reading here, we've got being in control of your mind, staying quite neutral. So it's not very romantic, but it's being balanced, okay? And this person has a plan, and he talks an awful lot about justice and authority and morals, you know? So this is where you stand at the moment, and you're being asked to use your imagination in the future. So for the month of March, try and be a little bit more whimsical, because it's quite opposite, isn't it? So you're being asked with the Page of Cups here to kind of be open to anything that's within your imagination. You know, be curious, be inspired by people or places or interests that are around you, and be optimistic, because he tends to lay out the justice, but he's not the most optimistic king in the pack. So it's very much the subconscious, and yeah, very positive. When it comes to relationships, you've got a new cycle there. When we look at the World card, we're looking at sort of, it's the center of the game, it's the aim of the game, it's the reward of the game. There's also seasons and new chapters. It's the sort of end of a cycle, beginning of another one. And so where's it leading to then? And this can be relationships of all sorts. It can be friendships that you're thinking of, in family, friends, work colleagues. But you've come full circle, and you need to be aware that you're probably going to start a new cycle somewhere. And you've got the Page of Wands. So with the page, you know, I do like the Page of Wands, even though, you know, he's kind of stuck his wand in the ground. He's surrounded by kind of barren land, although there's 3 pyramids there. So this is of great power, and he stares in wonder. And there's a real challenge is being asked of him, because although he feels a little bit kind of naive at this thing that's being asked of him, but you know, when we look at wands, it's all about that ambition or passion, boldness. Is there something you need to be bold in the month of March, that concerning people, concerning relationships? You know, but being bold doesn't necessarily mean kind of striking out and walking up to somebody and saying, I love you, you know, or whatever. It can be stepping out on your own and being bold in separating from somebody, but you're being asked to be bold, and the advice is, yes, it might seem a bit scary because it is something new, but just go for it. And then we've got the for finances. This can be viewed in 2 different ways. And Cancers, I can't speak for all of you Cancers, especially with finances. I'm not a financial person. But you know, the cards are saying here 3 heads are better than 1, because these are 3 minds. Now you can look at it negative. You can say, well, you know, hold on, someone's out to do me wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean that, because 3s are all about growth. So I think there's growth coming here. In the present, growth is here, but you're being asked to look at it from a different perspective. Because when we look at the Hangman, he's the guru. And some people see it as a waiting around, hanging around, but that's actually that's one way to. I was about to say something that might upset people. Okay, there is that option to look at it that way. But when I see the Hangman, this is about having great calmness in times of tribulation. It is about having great wisdom and understanding in the situation. So in the month of March then, it's time for you to be your own guru. Right, okay, so I'll leave that there. That didn't, I don't know if the person that this particular reading, I don't know if that works out well with you. Does that fit the scenario? If not, we'll go straight to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpios. We're going to just do a few shuffles. Yeah, I hope you listened to the first bit, because it was kind of a personal reading for somebody. I will do all the timestamps. Do like and subscribe, because a lot of people don't, usually about 10%. But we're going to put 3 cards for 3 different areas of our life, of love, of general, and of finances. So Scorpio, let's go. Right, okay. Okay. Oh, felt very definite there. So love, the star, illumination, and moving on from some sort of creativity, but moving to balance. So at the moment, at present, this is where you are. And then the advice you're being given by the cards. So you can see in relationship here, yes, it is the Lover's card, and you know, it's always a great card to see especially in the love area. Love it. But there is another actual meaning to this, and it's beauty and harmony, relationship building, nurturing, and healing, cooperation and deals. But you know, because it's in the relationship area of, you know, family, friends, anybody where you're interacting with other people, that's a great card to get. And that's where you feel you are now. You've been working hard at having that stable relationship, whether it be family or relationships of any sort. But here we've got the 3, and the 3 is again, it's groups and creativity and growth, and it's the entrepreneurial card, reaching out, having aspirations. The 3 of Wands is always about kind of well, it's not always, I ought to stop saying always, but it is about growth and building a future. So that sounds good. So the advice is build on what you've already got there. Now we have, all right, my guys just said, Rachel, it could mean go away. It could mean moving on to new pastures this month, and to dwell on that, and that would be the advice. Okay, I will take the chastisement. With the star card for general reading then, with the star card, I'm going to put this on just in case anybody moans. With the star card, we have the female here, the conduit, who is doing what the High Priestess is thinking about. It's giving and taking. It's helping out, but it's receiving as well. It's that kind of cycle of pouring in and also getting back. And with the star, it comes towards the end of the major arcana. You've had the Tower moment, and now you've got the Star card, and it is all about rising up, shining, and healing as well. And so it doesn't surprise me that with the healing, we've also got the Strength card. Now, with the Strength card, I always class it as 11. I don't class it as 8 here. You can see why that is on other videos that I've got when I explain what I feel the cards mean. But here we have the Strength. So the Strength card, beautiful. comes out of Wheel of Fortune. You're now into spiritual mastery, learning through sort of self-control, control of your emotions, greater psychic abilities, knowledgeable, open-minded. It's a really wonderful card to have, and with the star in the back of being the intuitive, moving on to a path of self-control and self-discovery, and it's just two wonderful places there to be. So it feels very on the up here for you Scorpios. Then over on finances, something has been lost and you might be concerned about that, but there is something that's coming in to bring balance, and it's already because we know with fives it's conflict, promoting change, so there might have been instability in that you're going through at the moment, but there is something coming in that's going to bring balance again. And I love cards. I love these cards. And here we have conflict. But this is advice card here. 2 5s. Can you... I can't believe that. Sometimes they shock me. They still shock me. So with the 5 of Wands, then you've got... yes, you've got a bit of change. You've got, again, some instability. But... you know, competition is a good thing. Sometimes conflict or chaos can be a good thing because it sort of primes us. It makes us fight. It wakes us up, causes us to look for other options where we can make some money, you know. It sometimes, conflict can bring out the best in us because it gets us out of our sort of slightly lazy attitude sometimes and makes us go, right, I've got to move forward and do something different. I'm not going to sit and stay in that situation. And I feel like that card's kind of saying it's pushing you forward to do better things. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there for the Scorpios and move over to Pisces. Hello Pisces. I hope that you listened to the first few minutes because there was a personal reading for a water sign, and it might be you. As yet I'm kind of leaning towards it being probably a Cancer, but let's see if it's one of you Piscean people. We're going to do 3 cards for present and then 3 cards for future in the areas of love, romance, relationships, general, and then lastly finances. Do a few more shuffles and then let's see how we go. I hope you've had a great month. Last month I've been ill for like 2 months just because yeah, well, I won't go into it, but yeah, I have not been very well, so I'm sort of pulling myself up by my britches. So let's see how you Pisceans are going. Area of relationship. Ooh. Straight off. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, you know. Anyway. Oh, that's a bit better. Now, I've instantly got straight away, you've got to be kinder to yourself, actually. You have to bring in your own harmony because this is the advice cards on the bottom. So even though we've got, with the Devil card, we are looking at, well, we're looking at either being in a prison, either feeling like you're in a prison or being controlled in a relationship, or it's self-imposed prison. Are you, you know, illusional, delusional about a situation that you are in? You know, thinking it's going to work out when you know full well it's probably not. But here I've never said, I don't think I've ever said this before because it's such a cliche, but I actually wonder if somebody from the past is actually coming to you. This is the Sixes of Cups, and I usually just say it's cooperation, community, or even hierarchy. There could be somebody here that's going to come in who is older than you or wiser than you and is going to come and give you support. And I wonder if that's what that is. But you're being asked anyway. It's a very positive card. So whatever you feel like you're in at the moment, I do think that help is available to you and to receive that. Now, when it comes to general reading, then it's, it could be you. The first reading could be you. It's moving away. It's getting out of Dodge City. Cups again. So it's emotions again. This person here is wearing red with red boots. It's definitely somebody who is really in their emotions. There's hidden things. We've got some form of eclipse there, and you've got the 5s underneath, but you've got 3 on top. So where there was conflict, there is going to be progression, and he's moving towards that progression. He's moving away from getting out of Dodge, and sorry, I've totally lost the plot. So your advice card then on top of that for the month of March is about being that magician. Magician is a fantastic card at the beginning of a journey because this is a person who is leading their own life. They're confident. It's a starting point. And this person is consciously active in manifesting material things in his life, because I tend to see the first 10 cards as in the Major Arcana as being the earthly matters, to be honest, where the Fool is like traveling through, but then as he gets to the 11 up to 21, he's working through the subconscious betterment of himself. So fresh start here. And then over to finances. Again, it is a 10, and I always view the 10 as the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So there's a rebirth here. It's starting again. Wow. And this is keep secrets. If this is finance, remember, keep something back. Don't give out all the information. Why do I say that? Because you've got growth here, but it's not being attained. It's standing up there. It's in stone, and that growth is there. And it's just, this is biding his time, and he's got, because it's about knowledge, the mind, thoughts, speech, but he's got one sword of new opportunities, new beginnings and potential underneath him. Bide your time, keep certain things secret, and you will be progressing and in a place of growth. So you might have some ideas that you're conjuring up of what to do next. With this, let's say a little bit about this first. People often say that he has got a heavy weight, and actually I kind of disagree. It can mean that, but with the swords, not with the swords, with the wands, they're in front of him. Now, I don't know about you, but if you carry a load of sticks like he's doing, bunched over with them forward, you'd fall over. So it is symbolic. So when Smith was drawing this, what she was saying was, with the wands. There's a boldness and to walk forward in boldness, to walk forward in have that drive to move forward with everything you've got, everything you've learnt. Pick them all up, because every single one of these is an experience that you've had in having that fire energy. And it's also about speed as well. So pick every single bit of your ambition to move forward and use that to propel you forward. And as I say here, keep some of that secret though. Don't give it all away, because there's some people that can hear it and might try and sabotage it in some way. Right, I'm going to leave it like that. I've got to do a lot of the I'll put the timelines in kind of an hour or so. All right, like, subscribe please guys, and I will see you soon, so to speak.